This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium Short-Take. This Infinium Short-Take is entitled, Be Watchful and Vigilant. My brothers, all during this year, we have been witness to the extreme entrenchment of wokeness into our lives. Indeed, wokeness is so entrenched into our lives that we cannot go through a day without its effects being thrown into our faces. For instance, here's a screenshot of a power setting option on one of my computer systems which I use for testing and monitoring, etc. For this specific system, I needed to stay on all the time because of the software running on it. Yet when I try to set this system in the configuration which I need, I get a woke message about how I'm creating a greater carbon footprint. It is because of the injection of wokeness, which ranges from snarky messages like the aforementioned to the corruption as well as destruction of great franchises, wokeness as a whole is being rejected. And now, because of wokeness making those who formerly embraced it go broke, it seems that our society as a whole is starting to dump wokeness entirely. As well, there is a type of woke rhetoric walking back occurring wherein formerly ardent woke pushers are now calling for a kumbaya moment for those who have been persecuted by them. For instance, Emily Oster, who formerly called for unpoked people to die, is now asking for pandemic amnesty and forgiveness, which, in my opinion, this is nothing more than an attempt on Oster's part to gloss over the dastardly events of the last 2 years to make it seem like it was no big deal. Because in reality, it was people like Oster who persecuted those who rightfully said no to being poked. My brothers, it is that woke, walk-back rhetoric, quote-unquote, what happened was no big deal, glossing over effect, which we must resist at all costs. This is because we men have been deeply affected by woke well beyond and well before what happened during the coup. Also remember that wokeness was the foundation of Me Too, women are always right, and things like men being forced to pay for another man's seed even when they were proven paternally to be not the fathers of the children involved. So again, my brothers, what happened to we men as well as what is still happening to we men is a big deal, therefore making any amount of wokeness rhetoric walking back to be despicable as well as irrelevant. My brothers, as the woke narrative continues to fail, it is vitally important that you remain watchful as well as vigilant as MGTOW men. This is because what is happening is nothing more than a ploy to lull, in particular men, into complacency whereby they lose their freedom. Furthermore, the Feminist Plantation state has no intentions of giving up in terms of womanism or wokeness. For instance, there is now a push by the Feminist Plantation state to delineate what is white womanism from multicultural womanism. Here the goal is to inject womanism into non-westernized societies by using an adaptive multicultural approach. The overall goal here is to prevent men from going to other countries where womanism is not entrenched. My brothers, as wokeness continues to crash, remember that it is not a time to let your guard down. Rather, it is a time where, as RPM has said, keep your head on a swivel as you tighten your grip on the line. Also remember that womenists who are babbling about can't we all just get along and who are pleading with men to come back do not consider we men as free men, but as slaves. This is why continuing on your pathway to freedom is your only and best life choice in this day and age. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium Short-Take. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.